So anyways, we're outside today, as you can see, and I mentioned, and we are going to talk about all things picnic. You've been seeing, we've been doing some posts about picnics so far, and we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna pack my favorite picnic basket with some of our favorite items. I'm gonna walk through two different collections that we have that are the perfect outdoor collections, perfect picnic collections. And yeah, so let's get started. So obviously, you know, with just everything that's going on, there's only so much you can do these days. So, you know, whether it's going to a park and social distancing, going into your own backyard, I really feel like packing a nice picnic basket just changes up the scenery. So I found another vintage thrifted item for these videos, which I love. If you've tuned in before, you'll see that I have tons of different items, but I literally found the perfect picnic basket. It's so amazing. It's like the typical wicker basket. So we're going to be packing this bad boy today. And before we pack it with all of the different essentials, I'm actually going to show you how to make the perfect salad for your picnic. So this salad is an avocado tomato salad. It was brought to us by Lindsay of Home with the Harrisons, and we're going to put a link to the recipe that's on Lanex.com right now as well. So I'm going to walk you through the steps. It's super easy, and it starts with cucumbers. So I have here in this really amazing Kate Spade vintage cherry serve and store glass bowl. We have one cucumber. You can use up to two depending on how much you like them. Already cubed, sliced, everything. So I'm going to open this up here, and we're going to start with the dressing. Give me 1 second. Open it. So to start the dressing, I have already set aside 1 full squeezed lemon here. So I have the juice of 1 lemon, and in here I'm going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil. So that's lemon juice and olive oil, actually virgin olive oil, and I'm just going to add that to this lemon juice, and I'm going to set it aside. You also want to season it, depending on your taste, with any amount of salt and pepper. So I'm going to add a dash into there. Here you go. So I got a little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, and I'm going to give this a little bit, I don't have a whisk, but I have a little fork here. I'm going to mix that. So this is lemon juice and olive oil, and I'm going to set that aside. So like I said, this is a super basic recipe. So in my bowl of cucumbers, I am going to add 1 pint of already halved cherry tomatoes. So I'm just gonna pour that right in here. This looks so pretty. I'm also going to add 1/3 of a cup, I have here my Butterfly Meadow bowl, of corn. I'm going to add a little bit more because I love corn. Okay. And then we are going to add 3 diced avocados. So give me a moment, and I am going to try and dice these for you. Give me 1 second. Again, let me know where you guys are viewing from. Write in. How is everyone? How was everybody's weekend? Is everyone getting outside? The weather here is beautiful. Okay, so again, I am chopping here 3 avocados. I'm going to dice them, so I just halved them, as you can see. Got to be really careful with an avocado. And you're just going to add that right into the bowl as well, where you already have your corn, tomato, and cucumber mixture. Thank you again, Lindsay, for this amazing recipe. These avocados are perfect. And I'm cutting on top of here. You might be able to see it in the view of the camera. I have the Kate Spade Vintage Cherry Cutting Board. So It's a whole collection that we have, all of the items, and you'll see a few more as I walk through them, are really perfect for picnics. I'm using one of the serve and store bowls that are great for any like leftover items. They're made of glass, which I love, not plastic. Avocado number 2. How is everybody? Audio is perfect, slightly delayed. I can try and turn on my Wi-Fi, but I'm a little worried that might not work, so let's just hope for the best. Okay, here we go. Avocado number 2 in the bowl. We are making a avocado tomato salad, perfect for any picnic. Let's see here, can you see me okay? How is everybody? Looks delicious. I know, I've actually never had this. Like I said, this comes to us from Lindsay of Home with the Harrisons. She just made it using the same collection as well, and I figured why not show you guys another recipe. I know everyone enjoyed and loved Beth's macaroon video. It's a little windy, so sorry if it's a little loud. It was nice earlier. Okay, last one, and we're almost finished. So one thing that I did want to tell you guys about avocados, a tip that I recently learned, I shouldn't have taken the pit out, but let me show you. So sometimes, you know, if you're using avocado in the morning, maybe not necessarily for a salad, and you really just need a half of an avocado, I found the perfect way to store your avocado. So what you would do is keep the half with the avocado nut still in it, so pretend the avocado nut is still in here, and you would take a dish and fill it up with like not even a full inch of water, maybe like half an inch of water, and you lay it the open sliced side down and stick it in the fridge, and it stays perfect. It doesn't brown. It's like the perfect way to store your avocado. Just a little bit of water and leave it down in there. Great tip. So in case anybody out there loves their avocado. Okay, so I'm finishing up. This is the last little bit. So far we have cucumber, tomato, corn, and avocado. Almost finished. So I'm going to throw this all into the bowl here, and then we are going to add the dressing. I'm going to stir this up. Again, this is the vintage Kate Spade Cherry Dot. Stir this up, give it a good stir, and then you're going to pour your salt and pepper, olive oil, lemon juice mixture on top. And you are also going to add, put this aside, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of cilantro. So I have pre-sliced cilantro here. I'm just going to add that in here and give it another little stir. Another great tip with any sort of fresh herbs that you may have in your kitchen is that if you take the herbs home, usually they come in a bushel in the grocery store, you take them, you put them in a little glass with a little bit of water and put them in the fridge, and they will actually look more fresh after you've brought them home and do this than they probably previously did, just from the grocery store. It keeps them so well. Again, another little fun tip here. So I already have some cilantro. I added that into the bowl. I'm going to give it another stir. It already has the dressing in here. Let's give it a quick stir. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the lid to the serve and store on here and give it a shake. And that's about all that you need. You close it tight, stir it up, and that's that. So you have the perfect, what I think is the perfect salad for a quick picnic. Really easy to make. Put it in a serve and store and it's perfect to go. So I'm going to add this into my picnic basket. Item number 1, put it in there. Okay, moving on. So other than a salad, there's a few items that are essential to any picnic, and that is some wine and some cheese. So I have here what I think is a great picnic wine. I have just this really beautiful dry rosé. So I wanted to show you, typically I would take the bottle, pop it into the basket, and bring this great stopper here. Again, this is Kate Spade. I'll add the link. It's a really cute little lemon wedge here. And then you can use it, you know, while you're at a picnic. But what I really love about a rosé, it's not quite as heavy as a red wine, which I typically drink. And this particular wine has a lot of orange peel notes, red berries, red currants, a bit acidic. And so for that reason, I have some perfect cheeses to show you that I would put with this wine. But before that, let's pour a glass. I have the juice glasses, which are a favorite. You've seen them in almost every video. I'll be sure to add the link. I chilled this a little bit. I would chill it, you know, prior, that was a big glass. I would chill this prior to going on a picnic, and again, just throw it in your basket. Obviously, we're not bringing a cooler, so we're kind of preparing all of these things, and they're not meant to necessarily be in a cooler. We've pre-chilled some items, and I'll walk you through them. So cheers. So good. Perfect picnic wine. Beautiful rosé there. So again, I would put these in the juice glass, and the way that I would pack them is that, I mean, I already just drank out of one, but I would typically take like any napkins or little tea towels that you might be bringing to the picnic, roll them up, roll the glass up in it, and throw it in. Obviously you're going to want to nicely stack everything, but that really keeps it from breaking or chipping or whatever, and then throw it in there. Great. So we picked out our wine. So with a rosé wine, this one in particular, a dry rosé, there are two cheeses. I mean, there's a couple others, but there are two cheeses in particular that are perfect for a rosé wine, and that is a soft goat cheese and a Gruyere cheese. So let's talk about both, and let's bring over our little cheese board. So the goat cheese. The goat cheese is also high in acidity. This one in particular, I just grabbed a garlic and herb, but the acidity within the cheese is really going to shine with an acidic wine like this rosé. The creamy flavor to it just pairs really perfectly with a rosé wine. So the way that I'm going to store this, because obviously you don't want to just throw this into the picnic basket, I have had it in the fridge for a while. It's still cold. And I'm going to use the Vintage Cherry Dot insulated container. So this container is great for, you know, anything that you want to keep hot, cold, soups, what have you. But I think it's actually the perfect vessel to transport this cheese. So keep it in here. I've pre-chilled both the container and the cheese, and I'm going to close it in there and bring it in this container in my basket. So it'll keep this great goat cheese really nice and cold until we get to where we are picnicking. And then I also will bring the smaller size of the set of 2 food prep boards. These are glass boards, again in the Vintage Cherry collection. It'll be perfect for a cute little cheese display. So once I get to the picnic, I'll open up that goat cheese and put it right on here, as well as my Gruyere. So I'm going to stick this into the basket, and it'll be the little prep board. And then other than that, with the goat cheese, I have found a really great pita chip. So any sort of, I would say, pita chip. I couldn't find at my grocery store yesterday. I wanted like a long French baguette. We didn't have one. So instead I just grabbed, you know, any basic plain goat chip, because I have the garlic flavored goat cheese there, and this will go perfect. This fits into the smaller size of the storage bowl here, so that will also go into the basket. I should have packed this a little better. I think everything's gonna fit. Okay, what's next? So we're gonna cut the cheese. So we have the Gruyere here. So why is Gruyere great for a rosé wine? So typically a Gruyere will have a spicy or herbal sort of flavor, and again that pairs really well with a rosé wine. I'm not an expert in wine, to be honest with you, so I'm not exactly sure why, but I've always used these as my go-tos when it comes to drinking a rosé, a Gruyere, and a goat cheese. So I'm going to slice this up using, again, I've been cutting on the large prep board here, the large Kate Spade glass prep board. And we're just going to slice this up, and then I'm going to use the smaller container of the rectangular prep board, storage container for the Kate Spade Cherry Dot that I have here. So the one that I showed you about the avocado, this is the perfect size for, you know, this little block of cheese. You can even add others. I'm going to throw the whole thing into here, and it's perfect to go. So I'm packing up the cheese now. Great, this works. So we've got our salad, we've got our cheeses, we've got our pita chips, we've got our wine. Let's not forget about that. Cheers. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. What's next? Ooh, that cheese smelled so good. A fruit. So, of course, I've got some cherries. So I just thought this could look so cute in this cherry container. This fit pretty much an entire bag of cherries that I had purchased. So it's a real hefty, nice size, but I love that it's kind of slim, so it fits right into your refrigerator. Again, I pre-chilled this. This is the larger size of the rectangular vintage cherry storage container. Okay. Comment, you know, down below. Let me know what wine or drink do you guys love to bring to a picnic. Do you typically bring wine, or is it more of a cocktail? And let me know what your go-to snack is. I'd love to know. I mean, these are just a few of my favorites, but I would love to see what you guys bring. Okay, so this goes into the container. Let me do a little shifting. Perfect. This is the best basket as well. Okay, here and here. Here, this fits perfectly. So the last few things that I would add into the basket, along with the stopper, we also have the really great bottle opener here. So if you are bringing some beers or what have you, I would throw this into the basket. Can't forget some flatware. I have my vintage flatware here. And then little tidbits. So I think instead of, you know, sometimes people like to bring plastic or paper plates, I think cut down on the waste. Whatever you bring with you is what you're taking back, other than what you've eaten, of course. So I love the little vintage tidbit plates here. They're the perfect size. Throw some cherries, you know, a little bit of the salad, the cheeses you can put on the board, but you could put some on here as well. So these are kind of like the perfect set. And again, everything fits so compact. And if you need to buffer anything with the towels, you have them to do so. Okay, let's see what everybody's seeing. It's a little bright for me out here. Buffalo chicken dip. Oh, I love a good buffalo chicken dip. Orange wines. I actually was looking for an orange wine. I wanted to try an orange wine for this video in particular, but I couldn't find one anywhere. So if anybody knows where to find a good orange wine, let me know. I would love to see where I could try that out. Perfect. Was the basket expensive? No, I got it at a thrift store. I love my thrifting. If you've seen that in other videos, you probably know. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to move over this large prep board that won't be coming with us on the picnic. And let me step back to show you once again. Lift this up a little bit. You have here your entire picnic basket. So again, just to show you, I've got my insulated container. I've got my pita chips. I've got everything really tucked away in here. It's so perfect. I love that it opens on both sides. I've got my cheese board, my Gruyere cheese with my rosé wine, and there's really just enough space in here to throw in the bottle. And then you can't forget a really cute blanket. That's the one thing. Sometimes I'll get to go to a picnic and be like, oh shoot, I forgot my picnic blanket. So there we have it, the perfect picnic basket with Lenox and our Kate Spade items. And without letting you all go, I actually want to walk through another collection, which I know is a favorite and a perfect for outdoor picnics. So let's move this over and we'll walk through that too. Okay, let's move this down a little bit. Has everyone been doing a lot of picnicking? What have you guys all been doing for fun outside? I know once it started to get warm here, anything that I could do to get outside. We were going out on the weekends, everything. Okay, so everyone's favorite butterfly meadow. So I want to walk you through some pieces that aren't necessarily in my picnic basket, but I have to mention them to you. These are our Butterfly Meadow melamine collection items. So melamine is a really durable, reusable material, shatterproof, again in our best-selling Butterfly Meadow design. These are great pieces just to use outdoors, whether it's by the pool, for a picnic, you know, whatever you may need for outside or just entertaining in general. So first I have here the round tray. It has these really amazing handles, and this is only $39.95 on Lenox.com right now. This is a great piece. Again, you can kind of hear it, the melamine material. It's just very durable and great for outside. It's lightweight, which is fantastic. Next we have here the large butterfly shaped plate. This is super cute, super scalloped. You can feel some textures within the design here. It comes in a great belly band packaging. This is $16.95 on Lenox.com right now. Here we have the handled hors d'oeuvre tray, which is fantastic. This is a great piece, and this is, oops, I moved my little note, $24.95 on Lenox.com right now. Let's do this. Large bowl. So a large bowl is super necessary if you're entertaining outside, on the patio, on the deck. This is a great piece. This is $49.95, a great item here. This is the large Butterfly Meadow melamine bowl. Next, we have the dinner plate. So you could get a set of the dinner plates. Again, they're reusable. Set of 4 for $47.95. Again, what's really great about all of the Butterfly Meadow pieces is that on every item you get kind of a different design, which is fantastic. Okay. And then last but not least, you have the all-purpose bowl here. So this again comes in a set of 4, again made of this really durable material. It's fantastic, and this is, I believe it was $34.95 for a set of 4 of the all-purpose bowls. So there you have it. That is the Butterfly Meadow melamine collection that is on Lenox.com right now. Again, a great collection for any sort of outdoor dining or entertaining. I wanted to show this really in particular because it's kind of a different look than the vintage cherry. I feel like you might like one or the other, so I didn't want to miss showing you this item, this collection rather. So that's about that. We will post the recipe for the avocado tomato salad on this post. I'm so excited to try that after the fact. I'll let you know what rosé wine I'm drinking. Let me know if you want to know the brand. I'll write that on here as well. It's fantastic, and the cheeses that it pairs with, and we'll put a link to both of the collections. So please let me know if you have any additional questions. To pull this a little closer so I can actually see you all. So let me know, is there any other questions? Sangria would be tasty. Joan, that's a great idea. Sangria would be amazing. We actually made sangria the other day for a little backyard party. Let me know, unless anybody had any additional questions, then I will let you go. Without doing that, I have to mention that next week we are doing something really exciting. We're putting together a 4-day live video event. So you all will have to make sure you tune in. It is for our Jingle in July celebration. We're doing all things Christmas. It's going to be so much fun. We're gonna have to bust out the twinkly lights and everything. So we're gonna review a couple different things. We have some really amazing partners lined up. There might be some giveaways, so make sure you tune in. You'll see some more information via our Instagram stories and on here talking about that. Again, that will be next week, and we're so excited for that event. So I hope you guys learned something. Again, I'll write everything in the comments. And unless anyone had any other questions. Oh, someone wants to see the vintage cherry. Let me show you that really quickly before we go. So here you can see it on the tidbit plate. It's really pretty. It has like a navy and black detail and this really cute graphic kind of illustrated cherry design. And then you can see it on the glass here as well. So see, it has navy dots, the red cherry detail, and then kind of like black shadowing. So that's the vintage cherry dot design from Kate Spade and Lenox. Yeah, so I will post a link so you can view all of the pieces in the collection, the ones that I spoke about here. Okay, well, thanks for viewing, guys. This is exciting. Visited a new location, trying something different. Get outside if you haven't been yet today. It's absolutely beautiful in the Northeast. And thanks again. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.